Park Jeong-soo, mostly known as Leeteuk, was born the 1st of July, 1983. He is a South Korean singer, songwriter, presenter, radio personality and actor. At the age of 16, he was discovered by SM Entertainment and became a trainee at SM Entertainment's Starlight Academy. After 5 years of training, he debuted as a member of boy group Super Junior in November 2005, and since then, he also further participated in the agency's Project Super Junior T and Super Junior H. Leeteuk completed his military service on the 29th of July, 2014. However, the horrible thing happened on the 6th of January. It was reported that Leeteuk's grandparents had been suffocated to death by their own son. The reason being that he could not afford to take care of them. Leeteuk's grandfather had been suffering from dementia and his grandmother had been suffering from some form of cancer. Media and police reports at the time confirmed that it was Leeteuk's father and grandparents had been found unconscious in their residency on the 6th of January 2014. Although on Monday night, officials from the Stars agency SM Entertainment announced that the family members had been lost in a car accident in an apparent attempt to protect the entertainer from bad publicity. It has now been revealed that the three actually in their home in what police are suspecting was an apparent. It was reported that on Monday morning, Leeteuk's father and grandparents were discovered by a relative in their apartment in Shindae, Bangdong, southwestern Seoul. The 84-year-old grandfather and 79-year-old grandmother were found in bed with a blanket pulled over them, while the 57-year-old father, referred to only by his family name Park, was found unconscious in his room in an apartment. His father left a note saying that he's taking them with himself and that he's sorry. Family members of the deceased said that Park had been suffering from depression for a long time. After divorcing his wife several years ago and since his business started to go wrong, despite his idol son's success, he alone cared for his parents, who had been battling Alzheimer's disease for years. Leeteuk was fulfilling his mandatory military service. However, after hearing the news, the star rushed to the Korea University Guro Hospital, where funeral services are scheduled for today. Leeteuk made a speech at a local high school in the town of Gyeongju titled, "There is no hope without despair," and during the moving speech, he revealed that he has been battling depression. Leeteuk went on to talk about his father who, at the time of his passing, had passed on to him a debt of 5 billion won. Along with the debt, his father left him a spiteful last message. "Do you truly believe you achieved success all by yourself?" Park Yong-in's message. As a result, his depression worsened to a point where the military suggested an early discharge based on illness. Ultimately, Leeteuk decided to finish his service. He said that after discussion with his company, it was decided that he would stay and finish his services. He also revealed that his life was very tough after the army. He sold his car and accepted every job he was offered in order to clear his father's debt. He continued, "I am telling you my family story to tell you that a celebrity's life is not all that it seems. It is filled with despair and sadness much like everyone else's." He ended by saying that his depression has gotten significantly better. He is currently battling the condition through group activities and talking to his members. He revealed that his parents fought a lot as a kid and that it had caused him a lot of stress. He also added, "I felt bitter towards my father. He was also disciplined a lot by his father and he was afraid of him. He had beaten him up a lot as a kid and that added to his unhappiness." He added, "I was always someone who chased happiness all the time. What shows just how amazing of a human being he was the fact that he could have chosen not pay the debt. He could have been freed from the responsibility of paying off the debt if he had given up the legal inheritance responsibility, which he didn't." Leeteuk said he wanted to do what is ethically right. In 2016, he revealed he was still working on paying his father's debt. This is only one of the tragic stories of Leeteuk's sufferings. He had also suffered a serious car accident back in 2007. On the 19th of April, 2007, almost 2 months after Super Junior T's release of their first single REUPLOAD, Leeteuk was seriously injured in a car accident, along with Shindong. Yoonhyuk, Kyuhan, and 2 managers. When returning home after a recording of the radio show Super Junior Kiss the Radio, they were on the highway when the front left tire burst as the driver was switching lanes. The van ran into the guardrail median on the driver's side, and skidded for about 30 meters. At some point, the momentum caused the van to flip over on its right side. While Shindong and Yoonhyuk suffered minor injuries, Leeteuk and Kyuhan sustained more serious injuries, which required both to be hospitalized. Leeteuk had glass shards embedded in his back and above his eyes, requiring over 170 stitches. Leeteuk was discharged from the hospital on the 30th of April, 2007. Due to this accident, Leeteuk did not take part in Super Junior's debut big screen production, Attack on the Pin-Up Boys in 2007. He was credited as the panda mascot at the end of the film, while it was later confirmed that it had been REUPLOAD who portrayed it throughout most of the film. In 2018, Leeteuk has been under fire for trying to slide in Yeonwoo's DMs. Things started getting heated with Leeteuk because he sent a direct message to what he assumed was Yeonwoo's personal Instagram page but turned out to be a fan page instead. When the page operator posted the DM to the public, there was huge response from netizens, many of whom were critical for the attempt because of the large age gap between the two celebs. Here's a few comments from the netizens. Just googled this Leeteuk guy, he's a whole 13 years older than Yeonwoo. OMFG creep. Another one tweeted Leeteuk dming a Yeonwoo thinking it was her is kinda weird, like, what does he want Lmao? Man is a whole 13 years older than her. This backlash prompted Leeteuk to post an official apology and tried to explain himself. All I wanted was to say is you worked hard to a hoobie that regularly works hard during broadcasts and this time, at the Asia Song Festival. Because of me, I'm sorry Yeonwoo. I also apologize to the fan that was surprised because of my sudden DM. But according to one recent post online, it turns out this isn't the first time that Leeteuk tried sliding into someone's DMs. A few years ago, one netizen suddenly received a message out of the blue from an unknown person. After exchanging a few messages trying to figure out who it was, the user revealed themselves to be Leeteuk and even asked the netizen if they liked shopping. After that final message, the user thought that would be the last time they heard from Leeteuk. But a year later, Leeteuk's account once again sent a hello DM to her. After this person stepped forward claiming Leeteuk tried reaching out to her too, netizens have once again expressed their anger towards the star. Here are some commenters. EWW. This is super creepy. Please act your age. This is seriously crazy. I'm Leeteuk. You should know me. OMG. Is this some weird habit of his? Or is he just crazy? Since the beginnings of the Me Too movement, there has been a focus on how power and position can influence harassment. One study showed that power can affect our capacity to look at the perspectives of others and influence cases of harassment. And there are some netizens who think that this might be the case with Leeteuk. The netizens said men like this who obviously can't take a hint are annoying and gross in general. But when I hear about celebrities doing stuff like this I feel disgusted. Like as a celebrity, I'm certain that he has plenty of attention and yet he chooses to continuously message people who aren't interested. Why people like Leeteuk have power differentials with their hoobies and the people mentioned might not want to rock the boat and have their reputation ruined either. Besides, the justice system isn't foolproof. On the other hand, there are still many other netizens who are supporting the idol and are questioning why the netizen just now stepped forward. No. But he can send DMs all he wants. Why would she screenshot everything and release them? Does she want to ruin him that bad? Why are you doing this? Why is she only posting this now? It kind of seems like she's set on destroying him or something. Meanwhile, some elves have been doing a little digging of their own and are convinced that these messages are photoshopped. Especially since the account that posted the DMs has now been deleted. On the 3rd of February, 2020, another Korean netizen shared a screenshot of the latest direct messages, allegedly received from Leeteuk's verified Instagram account. She said, "My friend is a model who has a nice car and is well off. She also runs a luxury car drivers club. She likes cars, so she has a lot of car-related posts on her Instagram." And the DM Leeteuk struck again. The OP claimed that he approached the female model friend with a message about their shared interest in cars. When the model replied with a friendly demeanor, Leeteuk is said to have tried to carry on the conversation further, then, as shown in the screenshot, finally suggested that they meet up to go driving around together. The netizen who shared the screenshot commented, "It is obvious that he was trying to hook up with my friend. I feel sorry for Leeteuk's fans." After seeing the alleged screenshots, other netizens chimed in and commented that they can't handle the second-hand embarrassment. Though Korean netizens believe the messages are unlikely to have been edited or even his account hacked. In the past, international elves have argued that these DMs are fake and photoshopped. Meanwhile, Leeteuk is yet to respond to his latest DM scandal.